Archangel Michael says, you are being studied in silence, your reactions, your choices, your emotions. They have watched how you walk with a heavy heart and yet never ask for help. They've seen how you smile while carrying invisible wounds, hoping no one will notice the pain inside. Your problem is no longer a secret in the spiritual realm. It has echoed through realms where divine watchers sit in solemn council. They have spoken your name, not once, but over and over, asking why the weight has not yet been lifted. Someone close knows more than they let on. They pretend not to notice your suffering, but behind closed doors, your name is being discussed. It's not pity they feel, it's fear. Fear of what might happen when the truth explodes. A decision has been made in a hidden place. Someone who was assigned to help you has failed. Now, new spiritual guards are being placed around you for what's about to happen next. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You are not alone, but you are in danger of being misunderstood by those you trust the most. This misunderstanding is not random, it was seeded by jealousy, watered by lies, and grown through manipulation. Someone wants people to believe the problem you face is your fault. Archangel Michael says, do not panic, for justice is being aligned to your energy silently. A shift has started to stir behind every delay you've felt. They have tampered with your timeline, but they have not succeeded in destroying your purpose. There is an older person who once defended you secretly. They heard something that made their hands tremble and their heart collapse into silence. But even in their silence, they knew the gravity of what was being done behind your back. Someone knows your secret pain. Not just emotionally but spiritually. They are using what they know to their advantage. But Archangel Michael says, they will soon regret their actions deeply. Type Amen to get blessing 472. There is movement in your spiritual file. A divine authority has marked your name with a golden thread of protection. The moment your tears hit the pillow last night, something unlocked in the heavens. They saw it. They heard it. They documented it in sacred light that no evil can erase. The reason your problem is growing isn't because you are weak. It's because someone has been fueling it with spiritual interference and emotional sabotage. They are doing it in a way that even you haven't realized, until now. A woman, younger than you but with a serpent-like energy, has been whispering. She's making sure people misunderstand your intentions. But what she doesn't know is, a divine warning has already been delivered to her energy field. Type Amen to get blessing 599. You were chosen to carry something that others cannot comprehend. This burden you carry is not punishment, it's a waiting key for a divine doorway. The problem isn't your failure, it's their fear of your rising. The eyes that are watching you are not just of humans. Angels have surrounded your environment lately more than ever. They are inspecting what's being said behind your back and preparing to intervene. A certain man who once promised to protect you has failed to honor that role. Instead, he stood in silence when you were accused falsely. But silence is betrayal too, and Archangel Michael says, he will face consequences for his inaction. You are one action away from a complete shift. Do not let the voices of those who don't understand your destiny decide your future. You've survived too much to be stopped now. Type Amen to get blessing 684. The next 7 days will carry whispers that attempt to stir your peace. Someone will say something designed to break your spirit. But instead of breaking, you will feel a divine fire rise within you. That fire is not rage. That fire is sacred justice rising through your bones. It will make your words sharper, your presence heavier, and your light unshakable. Someone is preparing to apologize. But the apology is not genuine, it's strategic. They want to reset your memory, so they can betray you again with a fresh start. Do not fall for it. The signs will be subtle but clear: hesitation in their eyes, a pause in their voice, a fake softness. They know your problem because they helped create it in the first place. Type Amen to get blessing 787. There's a plan in motion to isolate you socially. Not because you're wrong, but because you are right and powerful. When light enters a dark room, those who dwell in shadows become restless. You have threatened someone's illusion by just existing authentically. You broke a curse unknowingly just by saying no. You shifted the vibration of an entire situation simply by speaking your truth once. That truth echoed beyond human ears. It reached celestial ears who are now intervening in your timeline. Things may slow down for a moment, but it's only to prepare for a better launch. Archangel Michael says, "You will not be stopped this time." Your next chapter is protected by holy fire. Those who underestimated your resilience will be stunned by your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You need to be careful with someone you recently confided in. They have begun to share pieces of your struggle with the wrong ears. They present it like they care, but their tongue betrays your energy to gain attention. You will hear your own words come back to you, but twisted. That is the confirmation. That is when you must pull back with grace but firmness. Your instincts are not lying to you. That unease you feel around certain people is divine warning. There is one person whose smile is wide, but their loyalty is shallow. There is a plan to confront you and provoke a reaction. They are hoping you lose control so they can label you unstable. But Archangel Michael says, you must respond with wisdom, not emotion. Type Amen to get blessing 925. A letter is coming. It may not look like much on the outside, but it holds a powerful shift for you. This will reveal something about your past you had no idea was hidden. It will explain why certain things never worked out. It will connect your pain to an orchestrated deception. Someone blocked your opportunities by using influence in quiet places. But now those places are losing power. You are stepping into a phase where their words will have no weight. Your actions will speak louder than the lies ever could. Someone who once stole from you will suddenly fall into need. And they will be forced to remember what they did. Your elevation will haunt their memory like a mirror they cannot look away from. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. This problem you're facing is not random, it is karmic interference. It was planted long ago by someone who feared you would uncover a truth. Now that truth is unraveling, and they are desperate to stop it. A woman who once warned you in vague ways knew more than she admitted. Her silence was her protection, but her conscience is no longer letting her rest. She may contact you soon, not to make amends, but to unburden her own guilt. You will hear a confession that shakes your understanding of everything. It won't come from the person you expect. But when it comes, you'll know it's real. Your tears have been collected. Your suffering has not gone unnoticed. The divine now holds your pain like a sacred offering, ready to return it as power. Type Amen to get blessing 1144. Watch how people react when you win. Someone close will show their hidden resentment with a smile that doesn't reach their eyes. That's your final confirmation, envy dressed in fake support. There will be divine removals in your life. Not because you're failing, but because you're outgrowing betrayal. Those who can't clap for you in secret will not be allowed in your future chapters. Archangel Michael says, your enemies have been exposed by their silence and their applause. Those who watch you fall in silence are just as dangerous as those who pushed you. But the light has recorded it all, and they will not escape divine balance. You are not just rising, you are transforming. The fire you've walked through is now the power you carry. Your scars are not shame, they are signatures of survival. Type Amen to get blessing 1202. You were never the problem. You were the mirror, and they couldn't handle their reflection. They punished your light because it made their shadows visible. But now the reversal begins. They will feel what you felt, not as revenge, but as awakening. And you will feel what they blocked, peace, clarity, and unstoppable flow. You are walking into a season of answered prayers. Not because you begged, but because you endured. And Archangel Michael says, the heavens have decided your name will echo with favor. This is not the end. This is the turning point. They knew your problem, but they never expected your power. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. There's a strange silence coming from certain people around you lately. This silence is not peace. It's avoidance, guilt, and hidden intentions. They've realized the mask is slipping and you're beginning to see through it. You are being monitored not because you're weak, but because you're close to breaking a spiritual code. A breakthrough is about to crack open that will expose layers of betrayal and truth. That's why some people are becoming nervous, avoiding eye contact, or pretending nothing happened. Someone who tried to silence your voice is now scared of your story. The version of you that tolerated the lies is gone. Now you're carrying a sacred fire that burns illusions to ash. A certain woman once pretended to support you in public. But in private, she's working as the middle link between your enemy and your downfall. She pretends to just listen, but she repeats everything, twisted with poison. Type Amen to get blessing 1447. There's a strange delay happening in your life right now. It's not because you're blocked, it's because divine timing is realigning everything. You are being hidden for a moment to prevent spiritual interference. You must not panic. This hiddenness is a shield, not a punishment. You're being equipped silently for something big that will demand all your strength. Someone will soon face a major spiritual consequence for hurting you. Their words cursed your name, but their hands were not clean. A sudden fall is coming, and it will shock even those who once believed in them. Archangel Michael says, you will be vindicated publicly, not just spiritually. The same people who whispered against you will have no choice but to watch your rise in silence. They won't be able to explain how you came out stronger, but you will know. Type Amen to get blessing 1588. Your name was on a list recently. Not just physical, but spiritual, written in darkness, with the intention of delay and pain. But what they didn't count on was divine interception. That list is being reversed. Your name is now being elevated in the realm of purpose and breakthrough. No curse, word, or manipulation can stop what has already been released for you. You will soon be invited to a place where someone didn't want you to be. But you'll walk in like a storm of divine justice. And your presence alone will silence the room. You've cried in silence for too long. Now it's time to rise in strength that no one can deny. You have crossed the line where pain no longer controls you, it propels you. Type Amen to get blessing 1660. A woman who once hurt you is watching you carefully now. She's unsure whether to fear your return or attempt reconciliation. She knows you hold the truth, and the truth terrifies her. You hold the power to expose something massive. But wisdom will guide you in timing and tone. Archangel Michael says, the truth will rise at the right moment, without rage, but with impact. They know your problem because they caused it. But soon, they will know your elevation, and they won't be able to touch it. What they tried to bury will bloom even more. More powerfully because of the soil of betrayal. There is a person in your past who thought you were naive. They mistook your kindness for weakness and your silence for ignorance. Now they're finding out how much you saw, remembered, and recorded silently. Type Amen to get blessing 1711. A major conversation is coming. It may seem casual at first, but pay attention to what is left unsaid. You'll hear the truth in the tremble, the pause, and the nervous glances. You'll finally understand the whole picture. Why someone left, why something failed, and who stood behind the curtain pulling the strings. The curtain is falling, and the truth will stand bare. You are being upgraded internally before anything shifts externally. It's like being refitted for a new role in a higher realm. Those around you won't recognize this version of you until it's too late. The divine is adjusting your discernment. You will feel things sharper, know quicker, and detach faster. This isn't coldness. It's divine clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. You will hear your name in a conversation soon. Don't panic, it's not gossip. It's a discussion about your potential, your power, and your sudden transformation. Someone is realizing they were wrong about you. They judged you based on rumors, not reality. But now your actions are louder than their assumptions. Someone will try to return soon. But this return is not about love, it's about access. They want your light again because their darkness is getting heavier. They know you're moving on. And their soul is shaking because your energy used to stabilize their chaos. Now they're spiraling, and you're being protected from their fall. Type Amen to get blessing 1833. A place you were rejected from is about to need you. They'll come back pretending it's an invitation, but it's actually a request for help. You don't need revenge, the tables are turning naturally. The divine is orchestrating a reversal so loud that even the blind will see it. You won't need to announce your victory, it will be evident in your peace. Your glow will speak louder than their gossip ever could. Archangel Michael says, your blessings will now embarrass those who tried to shame you. There will be no need for anger, your elevation will be its own reply. Keep rising, even if it's slow, because your roots are growing deeper. This season requires strategic silence. Let them believe you're done. They won't be ready when you show up with the power they tried to strip from you. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. This is your divine confirmation. They knew your problem, but they never knew your strength. Now they're seeing it, and it's making them restless. You've become the storm they tried to drown. You are no longer waiting, you are walking forward, divinely guided, protected, and unstoppable. What you carry cannot be stolen, silenced, or shamed. The heavens are not blind to betrayal. Every word said in darkness is being rewritten by divine justice. You won't have to explain what happened, your blessings will speak for you. You were not buried. You were planted. Now it's time for your bloom. Type Amen to get blessing 2024. You are not who you were. You are stronger, wiser, more intuitive, and protected. The watchers know this now, and nothing will be the same again. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Your silence will shout your victory louder than their noise ever could. You were always the chosen one. And now the world will see why. They knew your problem, but they will never understand your purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. There is something sacred unfolding behind your current silence. They think your quiet is surrender, but your quiet is strategy. Every breath you've taken lately has been heard in the divine halls of justice. The whispers that tried to shape your downfall are now being intercepted. Your story is being rewritten in front of those who lied about you. Each false sentence spoken over your life is now returning to the sender multiplied. A specific man who once underestimated you is beginning to panic. He now realizes he misread your strength and mocked your pain. But he will watch you from afar, because access to you is no longer granted. Someone close has started noticing changes in your energy. Your spirit has shifted, and they're sensing you're no longer reachable on the same frequency. They're trying to figure out how to keep you small, but the expansion has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 2333. A vision about you was revealed to someone recently. They saw your face, your future, and your divine crown in a dream. But they woke up in denial, afraid of what that meant for their role in your life. They're scared now. Not because you've hurt them, but because they know you no longer need them. Your elevation has made them feel powerless in a way they've never experienced. They once knew your problem before you even did. But instead of protecting you, they used that knowledge as leverage. Now, the leverage is gone, and their manipulation is exposed. One phone call is all it will take now. That call will confirm what your intuition already knew. It may shake you for a moment, but then it will free you forever. Type Amen to get blessing 2400. Your image is being repaired in places where it was torn. The lies they told will no longer stick to your name. Angelic scribes are rewriting your spiritual reputation. You are being remembered for your strength, not your suffering. Your identity is no longer rooted in survival, but in divine strategy. Archangel Michael says, "What was used against you will now build your empire." Someone thought you'd beg for their love again. But your silence is louder than your longing. They've realized you are no longer a safe place to drop their chaos. And now, they're stuck with the storm they created without your shelter. Let that be their lesson. You are not their healing project, you are your own liberation. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. There's a reunion trying to happen, but heaven is pausing it. You've outgrown the version of that connection that once made you cry. What's coming back must meet the new version of you, not the broken one they left. A shift is occurring in your environment. You'll notice people suddenly becoming distant. It's not because you've changed, it's because they've finally seen your light clearly, and it scares them. Your glow doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from the fire you survived. They know your problem wasn't failure, it was endurance, and you endured it all. The ones who once whispered about you are now being exposed by their own instability. They tried to transfer their chaos onto you, but your soul is too clean now. They cannot stick blame to what has already been purified by pain and truth. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. You've been tested long enough. And the test wasn't about pain, it was about recognition. Would you recognize your value when others acted like you were invisible? Now the divine is about to answer that question for you. A door is opening where no man's opinion can block you. This door was never supposed to be earned, it was your inheritance all along. They know your problem, but they didn't expect your resurrection. You weren't supposed to get back up. They didn't know the angels were standing behind you, ready to lift you with one whisper. Archangel Michael says, prepare for unexpected vindication. It won't look like what you imagined, but it will feel like peace, finally. The war ends where your truth begins. Type Amen to get blessing 2707. That uneasy feeling you get around certain people is a divine nudge. Don't ignore it. Your spirit is allergic to betrayal now, and even small lies can't sit near your soul. You will feel doors close, and that's okay. Not every opportunity is meant to be your exit. Some are traps disguised in gold. The divine is filtering your environment. People will walk away without explanation. Let them. They were not strong enough for your next season. There's no more time to argue with confusion. You've been chosen for clarity, precision, and royalty. You will walk into rooms soon where even your silence will be noticed and respected. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. The pain you endured wasn't just for you. It activated a wave of protection for generations after you. Your breakthrough will be felt by people whose names you'll never even know. Someone will try to copy your energy soon. But the divine has made your glow unique. No imitation can match what was birthed through authentic fire. There is a sacred announcement coming. It may arrive in the most ordinary way, a message, a visit, a random sign. But it will change how you see everything. When that moment arrives, breathe. Smile in silence. You'll know it's yours, because your soul will feel like it has finally arrived home. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. They know your problem. But now they're starting to see your prophecy. You are no longer in survival mode, you're walking in sacred fulfillment. The ones who once tried to control your story will now watch it unfold from the sidelines. They cannot enter anymore. Your stage is guarded. Your audience is chosen. You are not just protected, you are ordained. What is coming next is not a blessing, it's destiny catching up with you. And no one can reverse what has already been approved in the Spirit. Walk slowly. Walk with your head high. Your problem was never a punishment, it was a preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 3030.